would like to spend just a few minutes with you and show the usage of my brushes on a rough paper. At this point of time in my painting, I enjoy the Arches Rough. There's other brands that have rough paper. I lean towards the rough side. I like the way that the brush it kind of pulls across the as I pull it across the paper, it tends to grab the paper a little bit, and I can get a little more textured look in my strokes. The Arches paper and all the papers, there's a front and a back. Now you can use both sides on them, but the way to tell the front is I hold it up to the light, and I will look through, and if I can read the watermark to where the watermark is facing me, in other words, I can read the Arches name, or if I can read the Kilimanjaro name, that would be the front. If it's reversed, then that would be the back side. I find that the front side has a little more texture, but if the painting doesn't come out and I need a little more, I need to come at it again, I'll just flip it over and do it on the back side. But the Arches Rough, I find that it's tough, it has a nice rough texture, and I can take my brush, and if you lay it somewhat, well, let's first start this way. I'll start with a loaded brush. And when I come on it like this, straight up and down, the paint will discharge fairly evenly across the paper. But as soon as the brush starts to go down sideways, it starts to skip. And you can have a really nice textured look that way. Let's take a brush that'll hold a lot of water and a lot of pigment and do that again. This is loaded, but if you put it down on its side, it'll start to skip. Whoops, didn't start skipping quite yet there. I guess it was really loaded. Let's try that again. I had so much water in that you can see that it unloaded it, and that's what these mops will tend to do. I'm going to take out some of the water on it this time, and let's try that again. There, it's starting to skip. There we go. There's skipping there and right there, and putting it on its side. I think the flat brush that I have here of my set, you can actually get that skipping look a little bit sooner because it doesn't hold quite so much water. There we go. And then as the brush comes up, it skips, and as the brush comes up, there we go. Now it discharges, and then it skips again. This is a tough paper. This is not a delicate paper. You can scratch, you can gouge, you can do a lot of things with it. And you can even take the back end of a brush that has a little chisel end. You can actually gouge out some lights. I'll just take this clip, and you can gouge out some lights there. I'm taking the rounded edge here, or take the other corner and do that. You can take a razor blade and scratch some highlights in too, and this paper can take that. As I mentioned as we started out this session, that the rough paper tends to grab my brush. I can feel that texture there and that pull on the brush, and I like that bumpy look at times. I'm not such a fan of the smooth papers. It's just the slick feel of it. The Yupo paper, I've seen some beautiful effects that other artists do, but once again, I just like the feel of that textured, the bumps here.